Maybe you're looking for a way for students to collaborate in a School AI space. And with the Fab 4, this is a fun way that students are able to do it. First, you're going to have students be in groups of 4, and they're going to have different roles. They're going to have the summarizer, the questioner, the clarifier, the predictor. The summarizer, when they enter into their School AI space, this student is going to be sharing about that they're the summarizer. The summarizer, their job is to highlight all key points and information from the section. So as this student is working through that space, they are going to be summarizing. They're going to maybe get some quotes. They're going to have to put those in their own words. And again, they're looking for those key points and information. But there's other jobs as well. Another student might join as the predictor. And so when this student joins the space, they are going to be given some information about whatever they're learning about. In this case, MLK, where they're going to be learning about Martin Luther King, and they're going to have to make predictions. They're going to see how different scenarios and have to be able to make different predictions in their own words. Another student might be the questioner, where this student's coming into the chat and they have to think about different questions that they might have about Martin Luther King or whatever, again, the topic is about. Then the last job is the student who is the clarifier. This one, students are clarifying maybe vocabulary words. They might be clarifying concepts that might seem unclear. And with these 4 jobs, the teacher then is going to have each of those students in the space. First, the students come in and they list what is it that they're focusing in on. Once the students are in this space, actively engaged for 2 minutes, the teacher then is going to be able to use mission control to see those takeaways that these students have as they're working in that space. Once that 2 minutes is up, the teacher can pause. The students are going to have their space paused, and this is where they're able to have conversations. Based on each of their different roles, they're going to talk for about 2 to 3 minutes about what they learned during that 2-minute mark while they were in that space. Once they're all finished with that pause, they are going to then have their space resumed and they come back into that space. And now what they're going to do is they are now going to pick a different role. So if I'm the predictor, I might move to be the summarizer. And so now I can let the space know I am now. And then they're now going to change roles and now they're going to be the summarizer. Again, they're going to have about 2 minutes, and from here, they're going to, again, pause that chat, have another conversation, and you can keep going, or depending on the content, you might say, okay, we're done after round 2. Now we're going to dive in. This can be a great activity to reinforce information. It can also be a great way to build background knowledge on a topic as well. So give it a try, the Fab 4, with any topic that you're teaching to see how your students can collaborate together within different School AI spaces.